Okay, I feel the need to preface this video with a little note. I was going to try and make a little, DIY to how to repair these shifters, but it turned into a massive exploration, and you'll see why if you watch the video. So, hope you enjoy. Sunscreen is in place, and these are some Deore DX shifters. Now I've already done a video on how to fix them if they get all gummy, like this one has. It will not shift anymore. But today I'm going to try and do a complete teardown of it. So take it all apart, which you should be able to do on these type of shifters. I've done it before on some LX shifters of this generation, and rebuilt them. So I should be able to do it on these. Okay, now the shifter itself, it will just get gunked up with the dried grease over all the years. I think it's probably got this barrel adjuster on the side here, which I can take out, just put to the side, and then underneath we have 2 screws to take out. I can already feel that when I'm taking this one apart, it's going to spring out, which isn't necessarily what I want to happen. Okay, so it's slightly different to the ones I've done before. So I've got to work this one out. Okay. Well, that doesn't look good for one. We've got a deformed copper washer. Got a spring. Okay, so I've just lifted that over. I'm going to try and pay attention to where everything goes. So this first part has come off with, well, obviously the pull. Which is very sticky, so that's going to be the problem why it's not shifting. I wonder if I have to take the pull off first. Entiendo. Well, that's not what I wanted, but that's the pull spring. Spring in the lower half. Yikes. So that didn't come apart as easy as the LX shifters. Not at all. A bit more complex. I am going to have to clean everything up, so I'm going to clean this up, that up. Definitely clean the pulls up, and yeah, just get everything cleaned down so it can be reassembled and hopefully free and moving. Okay, so that sits in there like that. There is a little channel for that to rotate round in. Okay, so that little unit there sits in. There's still a spring left there to notch in to the plate that we're going to put on next, I think. But yeah, it sits in the channel, so that can rotate round. Okay, this is going to take me a bit of working out to get this one right. Put the washer on top, put the plastic ring back on with the gap here, and then put the lever through that gap. Okay, so we've got to look at how springs go together. There's 3 springs on this part. There's one right down the middle, which is going to lock into, I'm going to guess that section there. There's a tiny little notch there. See, I'm pretty sure the spring on top controls this part for the cable. It's got no tension at the moment. Okay, so I don't have to hold that anymore, and that is mounted in place with tension. Pull spring. Go back on. There is a little slit in the pull, like it's got a straight edge there, and a clip. I've got the lever in place. On the wrong side, actually. Shit. Right, okay, this is awkward, but I think I've got it. So it's remounted on the shifter. Everything in here is held in place. This black part is the cable carriage, and obviously you feed in the cable through this side. So when it's got all its tension, or it's got no tension on it, as in it's pushed all the way around, then it should face that slot, and then when you're going to be changing gears, it's going to pull it round, I believe. And then when you go back to your neutral position, so without any tension, it springs back. So that should be in position now up here, and the lever is on the right side now. This is going to be easy to work out because it goes on one way. You can either go there, but seeing as you've got the pull doohickey, it's the wrong freaking way. I need to rotate that 90 degrees. Oh my god. I never want to do this again, honestly. Right, so what I had to do was, I realised obviously last time, how is that? That this top panel wouldn't go on. I need to still work out how to put the springs on, so I had to try and have everything in position, embedded in this bottom shelf, lift the pin up and spin it round to try and maintain the tension on this top part here, which has still got the tension on, while not letting the spring slip, and that is a pain. So anyway, now it's in, I can get this all assembled, hopefully. Okay, so when that goes in, I'm going to have to bring that spring round somehow, fix it on, and then the lever spring, this one, where does that clip onto? I might put the screw in just a little bit. and then try and tension the second spring. This second spring, I believe I have to bring round here. There we go. Or somehow dropping it in there. Come on. There we go, there we go, it's got him. Okay. Okay. Try and locate it in the hole. And then pull it all the way around to lock into there. Maybe not. Or just be very careful with it. Okay. Oh, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that works. So this has been bugging me. The top shifter, the top lever, sorry, shifts fine. It's the bottom lever moving from the middle ring to the inner ring works fine, and then the inner to the outer, it just doesn't seem to want to grasp. I'm not happy with how that spring sits on here to start with. It just doesn't seem to sit right, although the port, it does work. That second shift doesn't seem to want to engage. Now whether that's down to the worn, that could actually be down to the worn teeth at the top of the shifter. That could be down to that actually, but it could also be down to this. I've noticed this this pole here has a bit of play in it, so obviously over the years that has worn a little bit, and yeah, it isn't sitting right. So as much as I've tried to strip down these shifters and rebuild them, I don't think I'm going to get them working 100%. I did also replace the copper washer or brass washer, whichever it is, on there. Had one line round, so that was done. So I guess I'm just going to put it back together again and see or show what I've got. Okay, so here's what we have. Here's what we have. Cable in. Obviously, that is in the bottom ring as it is. So if I want to change it to the middle, I'd quickly press it. Changes fine. Changes back down to the inner ring fine. So go middle, and then I have to press it all the way around to there for it to get to the next ring. And then that comes undone. I'm a little confused here, because, and I'll show you why. I've got another set of DX shifters, or the mechanism at least. This is another Deore DX mechanism. Matches in design, matches in lever design. However, this one is different mechanism wise, and I have another one as well, because this job lot came with a couple of sets. Same sort of lever design, same mechanism design, So these two are different to that, which is weird. And if I flip them over, you'll see it could be, the problems could be down to the wrong lever on it. So, or the wrong mechanism. I don't know. Check out that design, that big lever there. This lever is only half of it. Well, ish. Okay? And it also, I mean, it has the reverse threading on there anyway. Has a different setup here, so that obviously has a spring in the centre. That cap goes over the top, and that's what makes this lever return. That spring underneath there makes it return. On this one, that goes over the top, kind of like that, and then a plate goes on, a spring goes on around the top, and then another plate goes on to sandwich that down. So there's a spring on top of here that helps it return. So whether there were two different designs of DX, I do not know. This shifter kind of works, but you have to push all the way around now to do it, and it doesn't seem to want to do it in the right increments. Like, I can push it all the way around to the outer ring. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. I'm stumped. Alright, I'm gonna have a look at these ones to see exactly what the difference is. This shifter was already like this, and this shifter was already like this, half stripped down. So I already know this one is missing like most of the stuff, but yeah, we can see how it goes together. Well, I can tell you this one's gone a lot better than the other one. It seems to have gone together better as well. I mean, that returns nicely and goes to the next one, returns back, returns back. So maybe the other shifter is one that's been assembled out of a bunch of spares. So I'm going to swap the rest of the the covers and stuff over onto that one and the cable and see what we got. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? Click, click, 1, 2, click, click, 1, 2, 1, 2. That works much better. So yeah, I'm wondering if this shifter has been, if it's a later version or something. I don't know, but this bottom plate doesn't seem right. The top part, well, the whole thing was actually completely different, because this one had a threaded section that goes all the way through. But yeah, that works now. I mean, the other one kind of works. 1, 2. Yeah. So clearly, if you're watching this now, then I've actually made this into a video, but yeah, these DX shifters were complicated. There are simpler versions. The LX, and lower are a lot simpler from this time. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with these. I don't know why this one is different to the other two that I've got. So maybe they changed on the on generations. DX was around for a few years, so maybe it changed. But that works. So I'm going to stick it on a bike. It's not really a tutorial, is it? Because I was having difficulty. So maybe you enjoyed watching me struggle, and hopefully I can do some more of these kind of exploring type videos. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it.